Hi everyone, welcome to this week's video. I hope you're doing well. So a couple of weeks back I created a tutorial where I showed you guys a few simple techniques that you can do every day to start really improving your drawing skills. A link to that will be in the description below and above now. And on that video I got some really great feedback from Sarab Gutta, who asked me if it would be possible to do a shading tutorial. So as a response to that comment, I have decided this week to show you 5 super simple techniques that you can use to do different types of shading using pencil. So without further ado, let's get right into that. So the first of the techniques that we're going to be talking about today is called hatching. Now, hatching is a technique when you use a series of lines drawn in parallel to create tone. These lines can be horizontal, vertical, or at an angle, however you wish. But as you can see, the closer the lines are together and the harder you press with your pencil, the darker the shading appears on your piece of paper. Now, you can create highlighted effects by slowly dispersing your lines further and further away from each other and creating larger gaps between each parallel line. The more lines that you put close together, the darker the shading appears, as you can see from this example here. Cross-hatching is quite similar to hatching in that you are drawing a series of lines, except as the name would give away, you're crossing those lines over each other to create more of an extreme tonal build. So you can draw the lines in multiple different directions. You can draw them horizontal, vertical, in multiple different angles, and you can overlay these angled lines onto each other to really build up tone. As you can see, this gives a little bit more of a rough effect to the overall texture of the finish. And you can really build up the colour in a bit more of an intense way because you've got these lines crossing over each other, and you can just build up. The more and more the lines cross over each other, the darker the tones will become. This is a really fun way of shading, and it's quite popular with a lot of pencil artists. The third technique is called stippling. And although this technique can be quite time consuming, the end results of this can be quite nice to look at. You can really create quite a granular and textured finish with this technique, but it does require a little bit of patience. So stippling is basically using a series of dots and marks that you create on the image to build up tone. Of course, similar to hatching and cross-hatching, the closer these marks are to each other, the darker the tones appear, and you can slowly, as you can see in this example, disperse the dots further and further apart from each other and create a gradient effect where the tone becomes lighter and lighter as you approach the highlighted part of the ball. I really like using this technique, and you'll notice that it's quite popular, particularly with a lot of tattoo artists. This kind of dot work style of working is a really nice way to build up tone and creates a really nice final texture and a real attention to detail that I think is quite popular, particularly in the tattoo art scene. So definitely worth giving this one a go if you've got a bit of time, and it's quite relaxing, to be honest, to be able to create these dots and really watch the tones building up slowly. Next up, we have scribbling. Now, this is one of my favourite techniques because I love the final effect and the texture that this technique creates. So the way that we do this is quite self-explanatory. We just put our pencil to paper and start scribbling random wiggly shapes all over the place. Now, you build up tone once again by building up these scribbly shapes on top of each other again and again until it becomes a darker tone. Also, pressing harder with your pencil when you're in the areas that you'd like to create dark areas. You can create lighter areas by making your scribbles more and more dispersed and larger, and also by pressing with your pencil a little bit lighter. And as you can see, the finished effect is really nice. You can get a really nice dark tonal range with this method, and I really love the final texture finish with this technique. It's really grungy and very lively, and it's definitely something that you could use when creating quite moody landscapes or emotional illustrations. And last but not least, this is probably the most popular method and the most obvious method to use with pencil, is the finger smudging method. So We're just going to be building a gradient tone with our pencils by pressing hard with the pencil end and lifting the pencil off the page more and more as we move towards the lighter areas of our sketch. And once we've got this sort of rough tonal range with this kind of cross-hatching method, we're then going to go in with our fingers and just smudge the pencil all the way around the illustration. You can even use your rubber to lighten up some of the highlighted areas. This is a very popular technique and it has a really smooth and polished kind of finish to it. And as you can see, these 5 different methods have a very different texture finish and they all offer various different pros and cons depending on the look and style that you're going for your illustration. I hope you guys found that video useful and that these techniques were helpful for you. I think it's really nice to get the basics down when it comes to the foundations of sketching and drawing. And of course, you can apply these different techniques to multiple different mediums. It doesn't just have to be pencil. You can also use them for biro, charcoal, and so on. And if you're sketching digitally, this should also work when you're using an iPad on Procreate, except instead of smudging with your finger, you'd use the smudge tool. It was really great to be getting some feedback and comments from you on my previous videos, so if there's anything further that you would like to learn, please do drop a comment in the section below and let me know if there's any areas that you'd like me to make some tutorials for, and I'll try my best to get to all those comments and create tutorials around those topics. I really want to do my best to add as much value to you guys as possible, so all of your feedback and comments are completely welcome. If you like this channel and you'd like to see more stuff from me, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you get notifications for my weekly videos. And if you would like to support my art further, I have a Patreon account that I've recently started where I'm going to be giving you exclusive content ranging from colouring pages to exclusive one-to-one coaching sessions. So follow the link below to my Patreon account and check that out. Your support really means so much to me because it allows me to keep doing what I'm doing and to keep creating this content for you week on week. I really want to add as much value to you as possible and really create a community where we can share our creative passions together. So thank you so much for anybody who's able to give even the smallest amount to that Patreon account, and I hope you get to enjoy the exclusive content that's on there as well. That's it from me, guys. I hope you have a beautiful day and I will see you next week. Bye.